Good morning students. Today in this video we are going to revise chapter 1 food. Where does it come from? So the first thing that comes in our mind is what is food? How will you define food? So we can define food. Food is anything or any substance that we take or that we can take for our survival. So all living being need food for their growth, their development, and their maintenance. They all need food, whether they are plant or animals. All animals, whether they are very small in size or they are very huge in size, they all need food for their survival. Plants also need food, but they prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis. They don't depend on others for their food, but animals depend on others for their survival. So the next things that comes in our mind is why we need food. Why food is essential for us. Students, you must have noticed whenever you don't take breakfast before coming to school, you feel exhausted and lack of energy. You feel tired. So what is the reason behind this? Why you are feeling exhausted and tired? What is the reason behind this? The reason behind this is that you are not getting sufficient amount of energy that you need for your various activities that you want to perform. So the food that we take is made up of different materials. These different materials that are required to make any food item or any dish is called ingredients. So basically we define ingredients are the materials that are required to prepare any food dish. If we see these materials that are required to make any food item, we find that these ingredients are either we are getting it from the plants or either we are getting it from the animals. So we can say that there are two sources of food. One that we get from the plant and another that we get from the animals. Now you can see the picture of this plant. All of you are aware of all the different parts of the plant. These different parts are very important for us because they provide us food. Parts of the plant that we can eat are called edible parts. It is not always necessary that all the parts of the plants now we can edible. See some examples of the parts of the plant that are edible. So in the first picture you can see some examples of roots. So you can see carrot, turnip, radish, sweet potato. These are the roots of the plant that we use them as a food. Now in the next picture you can see some examples of stem. Sugarcane, onion, ginger, potato. These are the examples of stem. So stem of these plants we use them as a food. Now we will discuss how seeds are important for us. If I ask you a question, do we eat seeds? Yes, we eat seeds of some plants. If you see this picture, these are the examples of some pulses. So pulses are also seeds which are rich in protein. Here you can see Bengal gram, green gram, black gram, arhar dal, kidney beans, rajma, chickpeas. So these are the examples of pulses that we commonly use in our food. Now in the another picture you can see the examples of some cereals like wheat, rice, maize, jowar and bajra. These are all called cereals. They are rich source of carbohydrate and they are the major constituent of our food. From these seeds we can make rotis, chapatis and many other dishes. Seeds also provide us oil. From many seeds of the plants we get the oil. Here are the some examples of the seeds that provide us oil. They contain oil within them and these seeds are extracted to get the oil from them. Seeds of mustard, groundnut, soybean, sesame, sunflower, etc. are used for extracting oil. We have discussed all the parts of the plant that are eaten as a food. Now we will discuss the food that we get from the animals. We get food items like milk, egg, meat, and honey from the animals. The first and the most important thing that we get from the animals is milk. We get milk from cows, buffaloes, goats, and sheep. Mainly cows and buffaloes are reared for milk. And this milk is used for making cottage paneer, cheese, butter, ghee, curd, khoya, and sweets. And they are also used in many dishes. I guess all of you like the honey. So we purchase this honey from the market. Did you ever think from where we get this honey? We get this honey with the help of honeybees. The honeybees collect the nectar from the flowers. So, what is nectar? Nectar is the sweet juice that is produced from the flowers. So, what does the honeybees do? They collect the nectar from the flowers, they suck the nectar from the flowers, and they convert this nectar into honey. And now they used to store this honey in their beehives for their future. So, honey that we love to eat is food of honeybees that they have prepared for themselves. Now we will discuss food habits of animals. You have noticed that all animals don't eat same type of food. Their food requirement is different from each other. Some eats only plants, some eats only flesh of animals, and some eat both. So on the basis of food habit, we can classify animals into three groups. The first category is herbivores. So animals that eat only plants and plant products are called herbivores or herbivorous animals. Example of these animals are cows, goats, rabbits, sheep, and deer. You can see the examples of these animals in this picture. So herbivores जो animals होते हैं, they are depend upon the plants and plant products. Now next is carnivores. तो carnivores कौन से animals होते हैं? Carnivores are the animals that eat only the flesh of other animals. So कौन कौन से animals होते हैं that are depend upon the other animals, flesh of other animals? They are lion, tiger, eagles, wolves, and there are so many other examples also. Third type of animal is omnivorous animals. So omnivorous animals are those animals that depends on both plants as well as animals. Means if plant is available to them, they can eat plant. If animal is available to them, they can eat animals. So whatever is available to them, they can eat them. So we can define omnivores as the animals that eat both plant products and flesh of other animals are called omnivorous animals. Examples we can take human, bears, rat, crows, and cockroaches. So if cockroaches, all of you have seen the cockroaches. उनकी food habit तुम लोगों ने देखी है. They can eat everything. Whatever they get, they can eat. Means they can eat papers also, they can eat shoes also, they can eat clothes also. Means everything, whatever they can get, they can eat. So apart from this herbivorous, carnivorous and omnivorous animals, there are some other categories also. There are some other types of animals also. These types are scavengers and decomposers. So scavengers क्या होते हैं? Scavengers are also animals that eat flesh of dead and decay animals. So what is the difference between scavengers and carnivores? तो carnivores जो वो animals होते हैं that eat और they kill their food. वो अपने फूड को किल करते हैं, then they eat. And scavengers क्या करते हैं? Scavengers eat those animals that are already dead. Examples क्या क्या हो सकते हैं scavengers के? Jackals, hyena and vultures, and you can see in the picture also. Now the decomposers. What are decomposers? Decomposers are also animals, but these animals are so tiny, means they are so small that even you are not able to see them. So you can call them microorganism. इतने छोटे होते हैं that you are not able to see with your naked eyes. Means if you want to see them, you have to use microscope. So what they do, they feed on dead plants and animals, means they take their food from the dead plants and animals. When they take food from dead plants and animals, what they do, they break them, they break the plants and animals into simpler parts. That simpler parts again go and mixes with the soils, so decomposes, you can say, clean our environment and keep the earth clean. And so scavengers and decomposers both help to keep the earth clean.